Another episode of Andy Drinks Beer, the show where Andy drinks beer. Now, I'm going all Vladimir Putin on the bit because fall, and yes, August, we were complaining about the heat and pissing and moaning all about it. Winter's coming. It's going to be here. So let's soak up these last couple of days where we can just be running with our shirts off. It's fantastic. Today, running through the Sam Adams Fall Sampler, we have Sam Adams OctoberFest, delicious. It is a 5.3% ABV and a 16 on the old IBU. Now, we talked last week when we did Sam Adams 20 pounds of pumpkin that Sam Adams was like the OG craft beer. You know, they're the now people consider them kind of corporate, except I mean they're the first. Yeah. And just because a craft beer place strikes it big doesn't really lessen the quality of the beer or the passion and love that goes into it. It just gets really popular. It's like when you discover an underground band and all of a sudden they get really popular, then they're touring and selling out arenas. They're like, they're washed. No, they're still pretty damn good. Yeah, so get over yourself. So Sam Adams OctoberFest. So right away, you got the hops, you got the delicious caramel flavor. Now this just looks like polka music, doesn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Let's have a sip. Man, I mean, fall, crisp weather, a little bit heavier beer, and there really just is nothing better, is there? Yeah. And this is from their website. In 1810, the Oktoberfest tradition was born when Munich has celebrated the Crown Prince's wedding with a special beer and a 16-day party. Our version of the classic style blends hearty malts with a deep, smooth flavor with notes of caramel, whatever, creating a brew that's perfect for the season or whatever you're celebrating. And I will say, as much flack as the pumpkin spice latte gets, that means that it's Oktoberfest beer season. So first off, our criteria, is this crushable or a sipper? This is definitely crushable. And there's a smoothness, almost creaminess to this that makes it really easy drinking, but also you don't get a lot of heaviness. Like this isn't like some dark beers, this isn't a tax, of drinking it. And the hops are there. You can tell the flavor and the notes are there, except it's not overwhelming. Like this is not nearly as bitter. We're not approaching IPA territory. I mean, this is like a sort of an ale, and with the 16 IBUs, this is going to be pretty damn smooth. And that's one of the things I like about it. I've talked about on the show, IPA's not my favorite in the world, but I do respect it, and I respect the people who drink it because there is a lot of craftsmanship that goes into those beers. But give me something a little bit less bitter, a little bit more smooth. What food would go well with this? Well, I mean, come on. Sausage, beer cheese soup. Begrudgingly, those are a couple of things that Wisconsin gets right with so many German immigrants coming over back in the day and then passing on generation. Brats. Just if you ever have a chance to, you can make a brat, or there's some butchers out there that do a wild rice and cranberry brats. Oh man, those are so good. A nice crusty roll, that's hard on the outside and nice and soft on the inside, and do some like coarse grained mustard, like some deli mustard, and I just put one of those on there. Some sauteed onions, some kraut for sure. One of these, come on. I like the show always ends up being a food thing, but whatever. Next up, compared to a movie or TV show, do you remember the German movie where it's Hitler in a bunker? It's a German film. I think it's called Downfall, where all the memes were done because you change the subtitles, and then like he freaks out about like a Davante Adams injury or something that's completely off topic. This is what this reminds me of. Like this is the fun, lighthearted American version of a German classic, and yeah, no Nazis though. No Hitler going on here. I was like every year too, like there's a bar or an Oktoberfest festival where people come dressed up as Nazis, and it's not in like a like neo-Nazi, like skinhead white supremacist sort of way. It's just oh yeah, German heritage. Let's be funny, and then you just make the news. Yeah. What does this remind me of? And I mean, how can this not remind you of anything else but the crisp part of fall, when you're just starting to get into winter football season is going on, and it's the part of the season where you can pack on a couple of extra pounds because winter is coming, and just be like, I'm just trying to stay warm. I'm just trying not to die of cold. That's why I'm a little bit fat. Yeah. Last but not least, our rating system. Scale of 1 to 10 Ruben Studdards, 10 being the best, 1 being Ruben Studdard. How does Samuel Adams' OctoberFest stack up? 10 out of 10. I mean, they grew big for a reason, and I love OctoberFest beer, and there's nothing there. This is flawless. There's nothing wrong with this beer, and I'm just so happy right now. Subscribe on YouTube, give us a like on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all at Andy Carlson Show. Prost. Dirty mustache.